అందరికీ వందనములు, అందరికీ వందనములు. ఎందరో మహానుభావులు చందురు వణుని, చందురు వణుని, చందురు వణుని అంద చందమును హృదయార బిందమున జూచి బ్రహ్మానందమనుభవించువారెందరో మపని మపని రి మపని పమరి రి గరి సని పమపని నిస పపని సరి రి గరి సరి మపని పని మపరి గరి సరి మప మప ని పని మపరి మపని మపని సరి రి గరి సని పమపని నిస రి గరి సని సరి సా సని పమపరి మరి పమని పసాని పమరి గరి రి సని ఎందరో పరమ భాగవత మౌని వర శశి విభాకర సనక సనందన దివీష సురకిం పురుష కనక కశిపు సుత నారద తుంబురు పవన సూను బాలచంద్రధర సుఖ సరోజ భవ భూసురవరును పరమ పావనులు గనులు శాశ్వతులు కమల భవ సుఖము సదానుభవులు కాయందరో క్షేమము పిరిగొన్న వేళ నామమును దరచేవారు రామ భక్తుడైన త్యాగా వారెందరో మహానుభావులు అందరికీ వందనములు. ఎందరో మహానుభావులు
Good morning, one and all. I, Mamata, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC.
Myself, Sneha, Assistant Professor from CSC Department.
Welcome you all to this inaugural function on 6th International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Communication, ICICC 22, jointly organized by Department of CSC and E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal. On this glorious morning for this conference, we have autocrats to embrace this occasion. Srimati G. Srividya Garu, Vice Chairman, GNITS, Dr. K. Ramesh Reddy Sir, Principal, GNITS, Professor R.B.V. Subramanian Garu, Chief Investigator, E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal, Professor Suresh Chandra Satapathy Garu, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu, Head Department of CSC, NIT Warangal, Dr. M. Sita Ma'am, Professor and Head of the Department CSC GNITS, Professor K.C. Santosh Garu, Chair Department of CS University of South Dakota, USA, Sri Chandrakant Pitava Garu, Nuclear Scientist, Baba Atomic Research Center, Heads of all the department, staff, students from GNITS, participants from various colleges, a warm welcome to one and all.
G. Narayanamma Institute, a leading engineering college for women, was founded by late Shri G. Pullareddy Garu with the objective to provide quality education and empower women in the field of technical education. GNITS received UGC autonomous status for 10 years from 2018 and is affiliated to JNTUH with accreditation from NAC, NBA and also ISO certified. GNITS now lauding its 25 years of successful journey as part of this planned international conference. The goal of this conference is to provide a platform for engineers, academicians, industry persons, researchers, practitioners for handling current and upcoming problems to promote significant technological advancements. The objective is to foster the transformation of fundamental research into institutional and industrialized research and to convert applied exploration into real-time applications. This conference may have wide importance for all range of researchers and scholars. As part of this conference, we have completed special sessions, presentations, and delivery by researchers from international community, including presentations from keynote speakers and state-of-art lectures, which received excellent responses from all the participants.
Before we proceed to the inaugural function, I am obliged to invite the dignitaries onto the dais. To begin with, I request Srimati G. Srividya Garu, Vice Chairman, GNITS, onto the dais. Thank you, ma'am.
Now I request Professor RBV Subramaniam Garu, Chief Investigator, E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal, onto the dais.
Thank you, sir. I request Sri Chandrakanta Pidava Garu, Nuclear Scientist, BARC, onto the dais. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Professor K.C. Santosh Garu, Chair, Department of CS, University of South Dakota, USA, onto the dais. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Dr. Suresh Chandra Satapathy Garu, Professor, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, onto the dais. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Dr. K. Ramesh Reddy Garu, Principal, GNITS, onto the dais.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu, Head Department of CSE, NIT Warangal, onto the dais. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Dr. M. Sita Ma'am, Head Department of CSE, GNITS, onto the dais.
Thank you, ma'am. Deepam Jyoti Parabrahma, Deepam Jyoti Janardana, Deepo me Haretu Papam, Deepam Jyoti Namostute. Lighting of the lamp removes darkness, ignorance, and spreads prosperity and knowledge all over. Now I request all the dignitaries on the dais to proceed for lighting of the lamp. Request all the participants to rise for the prayer song.
शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तु ते सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशं चिन्तयाम्यहं सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशं चिन्तयाम्यहं सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशं चिन्तयाम्यहं प्रसीदगणनायकं विशिष्टार्थदायकं वरं सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशम् सिद्धयक्ष किन्नरादिसेवितम् अखिल जगत्प्रसिद्धयक्ष किन्नरादिसेवितम् अखिल जगत्प्रसिद्ध मूलपङ्कजमाध्यस्थं मोदकहस्तं सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशं चिन्तयाम्यहं प्रसिद्धगणनायकं विशिष्टार्थदायकं वरं सिद्धिविनायकम् अनिशम्
Thank you. Now I request Vice Chairman Srimati G. Srividya Garu to address the gathering.
Good morning. It is both my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to the 6th International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Communication. GNITS CSE department is organizing this conference along with NIT Warangal. I would like to firstly thank NIT Warangal for partnering with us in this conference. I can feel the energy and vibrancy in our campus with the presence of our guests today, our keynote speakers, Professor K.C. Santosh, Sri Chandrakant Pitava Garu, our chairs, Professor Subramaniam, Professor Satapati, Dr. Ravichandra Garu. Thank you all for joining us today. Your profiles are so rich with accomplishments. It is inspiring just to be sharing the stage with you all. GNITS is a proud all-women's institution. This is our 25th anniversary. We're celebrating it the whole of this month. And we have been working towards inclusion, empowerment, and employability since the last 25 years, and we will continue to do so over the years to come. I would ask Ramesh Reddy, our principal, to talk more about our accomplishments. We strongly believe in meaningful collaborations for research, for ideation, and innovative solutions with all our stakeholders, as that is the key for progress. And I wish all the best to all the participants today for their paper presentations, for their networking opportunities, and for broadening their horizon. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your supportive words. Now I request Principal K. Ramesh Reddy, sir, Principal GNITS, to speak a few words.
Very good morning to you all. So, the dignities and as, and our Honorable Vice Chairman, Srimati Srividya Garu, and the conference chair, Dr. RBV Subramaniam Garu from NIT Warangal, and he is a chief investigator of E and ICT Academy, and the Professor S.C. Satapathy, the Professor of the KIT, KIIT, the Bhubaneswar, Orissa, and the keynote speakers, Professor K.C. Santosh Garu, who is a chair, Department of the Computer Science, University of South Dakota, USA, and Sri Chandrakant Pitava, the nuclear scientist of BARC, and Padmasri, the awardee, and the conference chairs, Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu, Head of Department of CSE, NIT Warangal, and Dr. M. Sita, the Professor and Head of Department of CSE, GNITS. And my dear, the heads of the departments, my dear colleagues, the teaching and non-teaching staff, and more the enthusiastic audience, the students and the participants from the various the engineering colleges. And it gives me the immense pleasure to welcome you all to this, the IC Square, the program. So you're all calling this as ICICC. That is the International Conference on the Intelligent Computing and Communication. But I have put it in the terms of the mathematics, that IC Square. So you all, welcome to you all to this, the IC Square, the conference, which is jointly organized by the Department of CSE, G. Narayanamma Institute of Technology and Science, and the Department of CSE and the ICT Academy of NIT, the Warangal. I am truly feeling honored to serve as a principal of this prestigious institution. And the institution was established in 1997 by G. Pullareddy Charities Trust. And it is founded by the visionary late Sri G. Pullareddy Garu. He is very famous in the Telugu speaking states and also in the most of the countries as the G. Pullareddy Sweets. So, and this trust is running the 13 education institutions and orphanages in the two Telugu speaking states. And this is the first and best women's engineering college in the state of Telangana. And this is the first women's college which was started in the Telugu speaking states. And this is the second women's engineering college in the country. The first women's engineering college was started in Pune, Maharashtra, but this is the second the women's engineering college that started in the Telugu speaking the states. So as you all aware that the institute will offers the 8 UG programs and 5 PG programs, and namely the EG programs are concerned the CSC, IT, the computer science, artificial intelligence and machine learning, computer science, data science, and electronics and communications engineering, electronics and electrical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, and electronics and telematics engineering. And also we offer the 5 PG programs, namely computer science engineering, computer science and the CNIS, and computer networks and information security, then power electronics and electrical drives, and digital electronics and communications engineering, and wireless mobile the communications. And our institute is affiliated to the JN2H, Hyderabad, and approved by the AICTE, and acquired the UGC autonomous status in the year 2018 for a period of the 10 years up to the 2028. And the 4 PG programs and the 4 UG programs are accredited by the National Board of Accreditation, and also the institute is accredited by the NAC and achieved NARF ranking. I am happy to inform you that achieved NARF ranking 2022, the rank band in engineering 251 to 300. That is a greatest achievement by our the institute in this the particular year. And apart from that, the institute have established 3 research centers in computer science engineering and IT, and one more research center in the electrical and electronics engineering, and another 3rd research center in the electronics and communications engineering and the electronics and telematics engineering put together. So, and we have the MOEs with the reputed industries and institutional memberships with various professional bodies like IEEE, ISTE, IEI, CSI, and IATE, and the so and so forth. And we are providing the excellence placements and nurturing young women as technocrats and the innovators. And namely, the few of the companies which they are visiting our the campus are Adobe, Twilio, ServiceNow, and Comworld, and Amazon, JP Morgan, and Qualcomm, HSBC, Accenture, TCS, Infosys, and the so and so forth. And these companies, they have made good offers and absorbed the GNITS, the students. And also we received the funding projects from various organizations, include ICSSR of India, in collaboration with ESRC of England, and NPTEL MHRD, and AICTE, and the DST, and provide the MNCs, and also are strengthening the consultancy and research contributions of the faculty. And apart from this, we have innovation cells and entrepreneur developed cell in collaboration with G-Hub and J-Hub and T-Hub of the government of Telangana is engaged to network people, ideas, and experience and resource to motivate and innovate and enterprise community in the college. And ecosystem exists to support the patenting for innovations from faculty and students, which complete the financial support from the management. And a few of the other accomplishments by our institute, which includes, and this is emerging as the top women engineering and technology of the year 2020 in the state of Telangana, under the placement and quality teaching, and 50 most promising educational institutions of India 2020 from the National Education Awards, Excellence Awards and Conference in 2020, Bangalore, Karnataka. And also the excellent track record in paid interns and cash awards for participating in the hackathons, and a placement with highest package of the 47 lakhs from the Adobe in 2021, in the year 2021. And I'm proud to inform you is that The GNITS is one among the top academic institutes that qualified for AICTE Lite program, that is a leadership in teaching excellence. Under this, we are offering one minor degree course in the advanced web technology for third year, first semester from this academic year onwards. And also the JNTUH has given the approval for conducting the 3 honors degree programs, minor degree programs, namely in A&ML, DS, and CS, and the IoT. And we received the AICTE International Award by AICTE in 2018. And GNITS NPTEL local chapter secured 47th rank with the WA rating. And the received the National Employability Award consequently for the 7th time in the row for being top college in the state from AMCAT for placements. So, and Best Performance in Placements Award in Undergrad Summit 2018 organized by Thomas. And these are the few of the achievements, accomplishments by the institute. This is possible only with the dynamic, the leadership of the management of our the chairman, Dr. Sri Subbareddy Garu, and vice chairman, Srimati Srividya Ma'am, and also the support given by all the teaching and non-teaching staff and the students. So, and coming to this the conference, and I'm happy to inform you that the CISA conference was sponsored by AICTE, and which is jointly organizing with the NIT Warangal. And I'm very happy, and also I'm very thankful to the authorities of NIT Warangal, especially the director of NIT Warangal, Dr. N.V. Ramana Rao Garu, and the Professor R.B.V. Subramaniam Garu, Chief Investigator, E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal, and also the Dr. Ravichandra Garu, the head of the CSC, NIT Warangal, for accepting our invitation to be as the co-partner of this the conference. And also I thank Dr. S.C. Satapathy Garu, who is the chairperson, who is the conference chair for this program, because he immediately accepted and he has contacted this Pinger for he has made all the arrangements for the conduct of this the conference. And as you all aware that this, as far as this conference is concerned, that you know one law of energy. The energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed, but it has to be transferred from one form to the other form. So like this, the conference will always it may prove that the knowledge, law of knowledge, that knowledge cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, but it has to be transferred from the one person to the other person. So I assure that the conference is going to fulfill that objective, the law of the knowledge, and you can share your innovative ideas and the research thoughts with the others, and we can continue our the cloud of research to the maximum extent possible. And also on behalf of the institute, on behalf of the management, on my own behalf I congratulate all the participants for working together, for working to get a best the ideas, or otherwise you could have been here for the presentation of your the papers. Finally, I thank the energetic, the distinguished guests, Professor K.C. Santosh Garu, so for accepting our the invitation to be the distinguished guest and also the keynote the speaker of this the conference. And also I thank Sri Chandrakant Pitavaha Garu. He's the scientist, the nuclear scientist. He participated in Procron, the nuclear test. He is one of the scientists participated in Procron, the test. So such a great people have are the keynote speakers. Please, you make use of their presence, okay, and by interacting to the maximum extent possible, these the two keynote the speakers. So, and once again, on behalf of the Institute GNITS, I welcome you all to this IC Square, the conference. I sure that your stay is going to be enjoyable in our the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for briefing about our college accomplishments to the delegates and participants. Now I request Dr. M. Sita, ma'am, HOD CSE, to speak few words on this conference.
A very good morning to one and all. I, Dr. M. Sita, Professor and Head, CSE Department, welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, various heads of departments, organizing committee members, staff, and participants for this international conference on Intelligent Computing and Communication, ICC 22, jointly organized by the Department of CSE and EICT Academy, NIT Warangal. To introduce about the Department of CSE was started in the year 1999 with a vision to be in the frontier of computer science and to foster the students with evolving technologies and to produce globally competent professionals. The department offers 2 UG programs, one in computer science and the other one is computer science in AI and ML and data science. In computer science, we have an intake of 180 and in CSE, AML and data science, we have an intake of 60 and it is started from the academic year 2021. The department also offers minor programs in AI and ML and data science and honor programs in computer science and engineering. Also, department offers 1 PG program in MTech in computer science and we have the research center affiliated to JNTUH. The UG and PG programs are both accredited by NBA and the department has highly qualified and experienced faculty with an average experience of 13 years. The department has 11 doctorates and 21 pursuing PhD and are recognized as supervisors from reputed universities like JNTUH, KLU, VTU, etc. The total number of publications is 277 in reputed national and international journals and conferences. And to the credit of the CSE department, we have 13 patents published till date and 2 patents are already in grant status. CSE department has conducted 27 workshops, 3 conferences on various emerging technologies, and the infrastructure, we have 13 computer labs and 3 centers of excellence in AI and ML, IoT and analytics, data science. And the department is very good at research and consultancy work in entire GNITS with a worth of 98 lakhs through various funding projects sanctioned by various government agencies like DST, AICTE and other private organizations. Several MOUs are established with eminent industries, academic institutions and are extending services in successfully running various professional bodies like IEI, ISTE and CSI. So these continuous efforts resulted in enhancing the skills of both students and staff over a period of 25 years of its reach its peak as on today. The students won many national and international competitions and are placed in top MNCs on par with IITs with a pay package of above 40 lakhs. On behalf of the conference board, I would like to thank the management and principal for giving the opportunity to the CSC department in organizing AICT-sponsored 6th International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Communication ICICC 22 in collaboration with E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal on the occasion of Silver Jubilee celebrations. The overwhelming response of ICICC 22 indicates the importance of this conference and confirms that it will become a good platform for discussing the latest technological trends in intelligent computing and communications. This conference will facilitate the researchers, industry personnel, and various research organizations working in emerging domains with valuable discussions to make the outcomes more realistic. The conference itself starts with keynote addresses delivered by distinguished experts for both the days. Keynote lectures and panel discussions in various fields will inspire researchers and provide an opportunity for discussions and good networking. We are privileged to have distinguished visionary nuclear scientist and Padma Shri awardee Dr. Professor Chandrakant Pitava Garu from BAR for accepting the invitation and gracing the occasion. We are proud to have the pioneer in pattern recognition, Professor K.C. Santosh, Chair Computer Science, University of South Dakota, USA, who has kindly accepted our invitation and coming all the way to India and making the conference a mega event. We are happy to have eminent academicians like Professor Suresh Chandra Satapathy Garu from KITT, Bhubaneswar, and industry expert Mr. Srinivas Reddy Garu as keynote speakers on the 2 days of the conference. We are glad to inform that we received around 250 papers under various streams, among which 220 papers are within India and 30 are from outside India, covering different countries like Ethiopia, Liberia, Netherlands, US, South Africa, Vietnam, etc. We are delighted to announce that the conference proceedings will be published in Springer lecture notes in advances of intelligent systems and computing. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the director, NIT Warangal, Chief Investigator of E&ICT Academy, Professor RBV Subramanian Garu, and Head CSC Department, Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu, NIT Warangal, for their outstanding support and collaboration to organize this event. On behalf of the organizing team, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our management, principal, their heads of departments, and all college level committee members for their extensive support in organizing this conference. I am very much thankful to the AICT authorities for the funds granted to conduct the conference at our institution, GNITS, Hyderabad, on the occasion of Silver Jubilee celebrations. Finally, I wish all the participants to have a successful and gratifying experience from ICICC 22. I wish you all the best to have a wonderful and knowledge-sharing experience in GNITS. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor Subramaniam Garu, Chief Investigator, NIT Warangal, to address the gathering.
Srimati Sri Vidya, Vice Chairman, G.Narayanamma Institute of Technology and Science. Dr. K. Ramesh Reddy Garu, Principal of GNITS. Today, keynote speakers Professor K.C. Santosh from University of South Dakota, Padma Shri Chandrakant Pitava, nuclear scientist, former director, BARC, my co-general chair, Professor Suresh Chandra Satpathy, and the other speaker who will be joining later, Mr. Srinivas Reddy from Microsoft, my head of the department, Dr. Ravichandra, Professor M. Sita, who are organizing chairs of this conference. Delegates, invitees, students, very good morning. It is my privileged opportunity as one of the general chairs. There are 3 general chairs. I am given the general chair, but most of the credit goes to Suresh Chandra Satpathy for conceiving this. A few months back, Professor M. Sita and her team came to our E&ICT Academy, NIT Warangal, with this proposal. By the time I know that a few conferences that Professor Suresh Chandra Satpathy has organized went on well. Really, those things were conducted in true spirit of international conferences. Then we discussed with our beloved director, Professor N.V. Raman Rao Garu, who is supposed to be today chief guest, because on an urgent call from the ministry at New Delhi, he rushed to there, and he will be joining tomorrow. And bless you in the valedictory function. Then he readily agreed, because we have signed MOU with this good institution, premier institution. Hence, since we have, even E&ICT Academy generally sign MOU with institutions, since this GNITS and NIT Warangal already wedded through an institute level MOU, he encouraged us and we came forward to organize this. That's how it all started. Then Professor Suresh Chandra Satpathy has taken this, and Springer Nature, they have come forward to accept publish the proceedings of this conference. They have well received 240 submissions from all over the world, as already the statistics Professor M. Sita, organizing chair, has presented to you. Out of 240, only 65, that is 27% acceptance rate, with that they have selected. It is again truly international, because there are many papers from the other countries. And then when I looked at the speakers, Professor Santosh and Chandrakant, I thought they are also this part of country. I thought that they have roots in Hyderabad. But now just when I asked Professor Santosh, how come it be a South Indian name? He said, no, he born in Nepal and then brought up at UK. No connection with southern India. And Chandrakant too, of course, he's a Padma Shri awardee, man of letters. Already Professor Ramesh Reddy told that he has participated in Pokhran and all. And this kind of good keynote speakers will be delivering. Hence, once again, I tell that is a true international kind of thing has been brought to this conference. And already pre-conference workshops were held, one on data monetization for digital transformation, another architecting application lifecycle automation using DevOps, the one for IT, one-day pre-conference workshop on computer vision for virtual and augmented reality, and some more for the allied branches of engineering, IoT-based real-time applications using Raspberry, robotics innovation to incubation, AI/ML real-time application using Python, the key to India's energy future, workshop on distributed data analytics on secure enclaves. Since it all started good pre-conference workshop, well participation is there. And I hope the themes which are going to be, particularly the papers were already planned, the schedule is before you. Several parallel sessions are being planned. Some will be joining through online. Hence, this is a great opportunity for the researchers as well as the delegates who will be attending it, student friends, to learn, first of all, to get exposure with these researchers, then noting down the open problems and learning the techniques and tools so that the problems that we can conceive in the near future and do it. In this way, our fruitful this conference is going to serve the society, particularly it is going to charge the society, with which in fact E&ICT Academy was set up by the Minister of Electronics Information Technology. Our E&ICT Academy is one of the 7 academies in India. The other 6 are located in northern part. One is at IIT Guwahati, one is at IIT Roorkee, yet another IIT Kanpur. The remaining 3 are at NIT Patna, MNIT Jaipur, and IIIT DM Jabalpur. Ours is the 7th one in southern part. Our jurisdiction is entire South India. Of course, we have conducted some in the northern part also. We have organized 570 faculty development programs through which we have trained 28,000 plus faculty participants. And in the last 15 years, we have organized, I hope, nearly 6 to 8, because some we have organized in outcome-based education also, I remember. Hence 6 to 8 FDPs we have organized here. Hence once in 2 years or 3 years I have been visiting this institution. It is not new to me. That's how I hope in the next, hence first of all I have to in fact congratulate both the management and the faculty here for celebrating the Silver Jubilee. I hope again, if not me, of course I may retire by the time you reach Golden Jubilee. Definitely I hope in the next quarter NIT Warangal and GNITS will do wonderful programs, I hope so. And I'm eager to listen good feedback about this workshop, and the beneficiaries will be going to speak in the valedictory function. With this we open it, and then we allow the keynote speakers to deliver the lectures. And once again, I would like to tell that our beloved director, N.V. Raman Rao Garu, will be presenting tomorrow his inaugural as well as valedictory address tomorrow. I thank the management and the organizers for inviting us and giving us the opportunity to stand before you and speak. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. We are very much honored to have you here, sir, as part of our conference. Thank you once again. Now I request Professor Suresh Chandra Satapathy Garu, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, to speak few words.
A very good morning to each and everyone present in this auditorium. Madam Sri Vidya, the Vice Chairman of this wonderful campus, the Principal Garu, Dr. Ramesh Reddy, other dignitaries on the dais, heads of the departments of the dais, faculty members of this campus, authors, participants, and my dear students. I really feel honored and privileged to stand before you and be a part of this 6th International Conference, Intelligent Computing and Communication. I'm given to understand that this is 25th year, the Silver Jubilee celebration of GNITS. And it's a great feeling for me that just a day before we organized the cotton raising ceremony of Silver Jubilee of my campus, KIT University, Bhubaneswar. And now I'm having the same kind of feeling over here when I'm participating in a year-long Silver Jubilee celebration of GNITS, the second women engineering college I came to understand today in India. Kudos to you, thanks to you, congratulations to all of you. I can see the women power, the girls' power in this campus, because the brain behind this campus is a lady, Sri Vidya. The brain behind this conference is also a lady, Sita. And the college is named after Narayanamma. There are many reasons why I am so happy today. One of the most happy reason for me is I'm meeting a friend of mine with whom I was connected in social media from 2018. But finding him here, our most sportive young man, K.C. Santosh from US. Just I was narrating to him in the conference room, I was browsing through my messages, and when I was going through, I could find a lot of discussions we have done. And today I am meeting this very energetic, sportive gentleman, K.C. Santosh. Thank you, K.C., for flying for over 30 hours from US and gracing this occasion. Thank you very much. Another reason I'm very happy now, I'm seeing a very old friend of mine in the audience. All of a sudden, Ravi, can you please raise your hands? Yes, very old friend of mine, Ravi. Ravi is here. I know him many years because I had a very long association with joint Telugu states for several years in my career. In fact, this joint Telugu states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, has given me everything what I am today. And I owe a lot to this state and Andhra Pradesh as well. I just remember a couple of months back, we conceived the idea of hosting this event here. I was invited by our respected principal and Sita ma'am, and with many other HODs, we had a deliberation, discussion, and we decided that we'll have this Silver Jubilee event this year in this campus. And I had to fight a lot to bring back this conference from Dayanand Sagar University, Bangalore, which was holding this for many years. It was a tough time for me to snatch out this conference from them and bring it to this excellent conference campus. And now I feel I haven't done anything wrong. I'm really very happy. Many a times, like our Subramaniam sir has said now, I'm part of many international events. I think this will be probably my 85th international conference organized in entire world. More than 90 book volumes I have edited from Springer. When we organize a conference, we know how much of pain we have to take. Not only in the host institution, but also interacting with the publishers, the authors, the reviewers, advisors, keynote speakers, invited speakers, so on and so forth. We have to always follow the software engineering agile model. We have to be always on our toes. People usually say me that I am very fast in responding, But I could find there is one person who is lightning in responding any kind of issues, any kind of queries, Madam M. Sita. I still remember the response time to any of my queries or messages on the WhatsApp is just few seconds. Wonderful. And probably the conference is aptly coined the name Intelligent Computing Madam Sita's Brain and Faster Communication or Lightning Speed, Intelligent Computing and Communication. Why not? When she was called to the dais, I could see the vibe in this auditorium. The thunderous applaud you people have given. Now I'm really very envious that why I'm not working with her or working under her. We knew one Sita from Ramayana, and I know one Sita from Narayanamma Institute of Technology. There are many people who have immensely contributed to this conference. We had several online meetings. They have been really very supportive. I know the pain and efforts you all have taken, the organizers, to make it today possible. Possibly this is a full-fledged conference for me in physical mode after 2 years of COVID. Because during 2 years of the COVID, we are all virtual. But probably today I can see the full house. Almost 99% is girls power, women power. On the dais, women power. We are just minority today, but we are privileged and we are very happy that we are part of this celebration, this inauguration. Somebody said that you make friendship with like-minded people, the people who are successful. And I can see the friendship between NIT Warangal and GNITS resembles, proves the same, that you are all like-minded and you are all good people, you are all successful people. NIT Warangal is one of the best in the country. GNITS is one of the best in the country as well. So both best, when they join together, that explodes to be something meticulously planned and definitely spotlessly organized, this event. I was given to understand by our Principal Garu that you have one MOU with NIT. I'm sure the presence of KC Santosh would give a lot of opportunities to have collaboration with foreign universities. Just now, Madam Srividya was wishing for some kind of discussion to take this institution to the next level so that benefit comes to you. Subramaniam Sara just said 25 years. After another 25 years, when you are going to organize or host your Golden Jubilee, I think this auditorium will not be sufficient enough. Sri Vidya ma'am has to think some alternative. Maybe outside some open air theater, we have that. And we promise you that in coming years, we will have many more events because we have so many good people associated. Every one of us, we know what is Pokhran test. The Pokhran test made India a global leader, if you remember. And we have the Padma Shri awardee, the Chandrakant ji, who has worked with the team. We are really honored and privileged, sir, to just have your darshan. Because today, because of that particular Pokhran test and future leadership, we are today Vishwaguru. India is Vishwaguru. India is the global leader. It has all begun from Sri Atal Bihari ji, and the legacy is being continued by our Honorable Prime Minister. And today we are the leader in the entire globe. And the people who have given their best available before you, we all should give a definitely standing ovation to such a gentleman who has made us proud. Sir, thank you very much for the honor which you have given in making this test. And we are today known for that. Thank you very much. Thank you, audiences. I'm sorry if I hold the mic. People, they say I'm unstoppable, so they always keep me message. Please, sir, quickly conclude it. We are running late. I love speaking because I'm out and out a teacher. For last 35 years, I have been teaching. I would like to say a very interesting thing here. Offbeat. When I wanted to relocate from Orissa to Andhra, I had 3 institutions identified long back: Vasvi, GNITS, and Gokaraju. I don't know whether Chita ma'am can open the mail, old mail. She would definitely find my CV that I wanted to work here as a teacher. Same thing I told in Vasvi to Adilatmi madam. Gokaraju, I did not get a chance, though I visited a number of times. I had identified this institution, one of the finest institutions to work. I dropped my CV. Maybe I was not capable that time or qualified that time. Otherwise, I would have been one among you, but still I am one among you, a family member. Other day, I was fortunate enough to give a talk here to all my young students. I don't know how many of you are here today, those who listen to me. Tomorrow, I'll have one more opportunity here to give a technical talk. And surely I'll speak more about the technology. But today, since we are little running late, I will not take much time, but I would like to conclude thanking the management first for giving us the opportunity to host this conference. Thank you, Vidya ma'am, and the chairman in his absence. Thanking the entire faculty fraternity of GNITS and the captain of the ship, Dr. Ramesh Reddy Garu, the principal, ever smiling gentleman I have seen. Anytime you come, you see he will be always smiling. Very difficult to decipher, decrypt, but fantastic gentleman. Thank you to all our authors from India and from outside India. Thank you to all student participants. I must also thank to my PhD scholar who is here, who has come all the way from Bhubaneswar to give her first presentation, her international presentation, first presentation. Thanks to her for her courage to come to a different place. Thanks to my management for allowing me to come over here and participate, because we have certain conflict of ethics which we have to also mobilize. And they were very happy enough that our people are going to other part of the state or country and discussing. I really thank Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to be associated one of the knowledge powerhouse of the country, GNITS, the women power and the girl power. Hope you will be having a very wonderful time today and tomorrow. We will have excellent keynote discussions, and we'll have also very good association with NIT Warangal. Our head of the department, Dr. Ravichandran, is also there from the NIT Warangal Computer Science. I'm sure all the computer science faculty member and student will not leave him easily today, because he is from one of the pioneering department and institution. And if everything goes fine, I have expressed my desire and willingness to have one event in NIT Warangal maybe next year or as per their convenient. And we all, women power from your side, and our power will go to NIT Warangal, and will make the conglomeration of GNIT and NIT Warangal something to be reckoned for times to come in the history of India. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. We are also same excited as you and so happy and so honored to have you here, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu, Head CSE NIT Warangal, to address the gathering.
Yeah. Dignitaries on the dais, Srimati Srividya Garu, Vice Chairman GNITS, and Principal Ramesh Reddy Garu, and Sitapati Garu, and Chandrakant Pitawa, and KC Santosh, and the Conference Chair, Sita Garu, and the General Chair, Professor R.B.V. Subramaniam, and the Chief Investigator of the E&ICT Academy, and the head of the departments of all other engineering branches of GNITS, faculty members, student friends. Very good morning to all of you. Very nice gathering here, and of course, international conference, participating in international conference, of course, always brings very good learning, especially for the students and the delegates also. To speak more about the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NIT Warangal, of course, it has started long back in 83, but telling more about the department takes time, because not taking much time. I'll just review a few important aspects that we have recent past. The past 2 years, almost, we have completed 14 to 15 PhD candidates. And of course, the students of NIT Warangal are placed in very good companies. This time, the highest placement is 88 lakhs per annum. So, and almost half a dozen students have got more than 62 lakhs, and more than 20 students got 40 lakhs above, and another 100 students more than 25 lakhs. So, there's very good statistics right now we have. Apart from this, the computer science department faculty members are working in various disciplines, various research. Of course, almost all the faculty members are having very good research scholars. They're publishing these papers in very SCI journals and Scopus journals and lot. Of course, we have more than 40 PhD full-time students, another 35 part-time students. So continuously working with the faculty members. Of course, even though the department is doing a lot in all the directions with respect to the research, as well as the conducting many such kind of events like hackathons and all, I wish once again the students of GNITS to participate in one of the best Technogen contests that is going to start from December 16 to 18 in NIT Warangal. This is one of the best technical festival that has been organized by NIT Warangal. And I welcome all the students of GNITS to participate and understand the technologies that has been happening around in the NIT Warangal. Okay. And lastly, it's my once again privilege to be here as a part of international conference and participating in one of the panel members and understanding. I have seen that some of the pre-workshop, pre-conference workshop that has been held, of course, in very good latest technologies. And I request the students to participate, to understand what's actually happening in this research fund. One of the important thing that is, of course, every time we say that you have to code, you have to do something so that you may be getting your jobs, or you have some IQ, or learning some kind of, what is that, you have. But the thing is, not only the coding, if you concentrate on the research directions, basically, you will be understanding what sort of problems to be addressed, who are our stakeholders, and if try to address this particular problems, of course, we will understand what kind of products to be developed. This is one of the hottest area where the students needs to concentrate. But once again, what is happening is, we will be completing our course, either 4 years or the 2 years MTech, going to the companies, but not starting their own startups. So Of course, NIT Warangal is very privileged to start up their own companies. The computer science department has started 3 startups in the recent past, and almost having more than 2 crores of research grant right now presently. Our faculty members are working. And so I think I wish the faculty members of GNITS can collaborate with the NIT Warangal faculty members, go for the research front, participate in the research conferences, as well as submit some proposals for the very good like ministry for projects and all. So with this, once again, thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you once.
Thank you, sir, for your best wishes for all of us. Now I request Sri Chandrakant Pitava Garu, nuclear scientist, Baba Atomic Research Center, to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, delegates, invitees, and dear students. I am thankful to Professor Sita for inviting me to this conference. I am really very happy that I come to this institute especially for women. See, when we provide education to women at higher level, it definitely helps the society. It improves the society. Way back when I was in engineering college, during 68 to 73, that time it was 5 years course, there was not a single girl in our college. And today, we see a full institute only for women, for engineering and technology and science. So it's really great news. And I have 2 daughters, and both are engineers, are doing well in their professional life. So I'm really very happy. Only I'm sure the students will learn many new things during this conference by various presentation discussions. I will have only a small short message for students. If you are in engineering college, you are intelligent, but most important is the hard work and dedication to achieve your goals. Whatever you want in your life, unless you put hard work and the perseverance, it's difficult. You can get anything. There is nothing impossible. Every problem in engineering or in life has some solution. Only thing is, you have to make sure that you have put your full effort and have left no stone unturned to achieve it. So I wish all the best to all the students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor K.C. Santosh Garu, Chair, Department of CS, University of South Dakota, to address the gathering.
Good morning. This is not the Gold Sparrow. Do it one more time, please. Good morning. Look at the difference, right? Look at you. It's beautiful. When people say you're a big guy always need a script. All right, so I just prepared something for you. I pretend to be a big guy, so semi-scripting today, not the full script. While I was sitting there, I look at a little far and I'll see old kids. I don't see old men. It's because I don't like them. I see kids because we bring next generation. We look at what they're going to do. if I see myself as an academician, I was a Singapore police local army back then. I was not an academician. And people call me a young guy. I was an old man. I'm an old man. Again, question is, what do you want to do in your life? How do you spend your life? Do you want to bring all frustrations from your department back home, sitting at the dining table, and talk all these seats in front of the kids? They never come back to school. Right? So we're an academician. We should change the way we're looking at our profession. Back to the business. I thank to all of them who invited me, by the way. I got an invitation from Professor Sita a little back, and I was, is this where I'm supposed to go? Come on, can I do it? Right? I'm a big man, oh no. So I took time to accept this invitation. A little time, and I said, okay, let's do it, right? So I'm very honored today to see young kids listening to us. I'm trying to make it quick, by the way. I'm not that guy. I'm more spontaneous than a script reading. Thanks to all of them. One more time. Let's celebrate Silver Jubilee. It's beautiful. I didn't know all about it, but it's beautiful. Let's celebrate having a plus man one more time. I met many professors in the morning today, and I have to be honest, I don't remember the names. But they are very courageous, hardworking. At least for a look, we didn't work together. I hope GNITS is going to be more powerful than what it used to be. One thing that I always tell kids, meaning students, that I was like you. We have no difference. The only difference between you kids and me is I was born a little early. A little early. Otherwise, we didn't really have a difference. When people call me professor, doctor, these are just temporary titles. If I'm really happy with the title, by the way, that's for eligibility. I'm eligible to work. That's why I ask, I tell students, just call me Casey. Look how beautiful it is. Looks like my family members talking to me. Right? My wife never called me Dr. Casey or Dr. Santos. So here's the thing. We don't have difference. The difference is I was born earlier. In the conference like this, everywhere you go, primary thing that you should understand is don't show your attitude. I know you're presenting work. Reviewers accepted the paper for presentation. But what is interesting and what is the primary aim for you, for all of us, don't compete, do network. Listen to them and have a better relationship. There was a time when I went to, this is my third visit in India. I went to Mumbai, MGM, Health Sciences Institute. Right, and they say, how about a collaboration? The possibility opens. We'll see what I could do, and all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are very happy for your stay in this conference. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Now I request all the delegates, dignitaries to proceed for the release of souvenir.
A big round of applause. Moving forward, now I request Srimati Srividya ma'am to come forward to felicitate Sri Chandrakant Pitava Garu. Next felicitation for Professor Suresh Chandra Shatapati Garu. Next felicitation for Dr. M. Sita ma'am. Next, we call upon RBV Subramanyam Garu to receive the felicitation. Next person, Dr. K.C. Santosh Garu. Now I request Dr. S. Ravichandra Garu to receive the felicitation.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor RBV Subramanian Garu to felicitate Srividya ma'am, Vice Chairman GNITS. I request Dr. Ramesh Reddy sir, Principal GNITS, to take the felicitation.
A big round of applause, girls.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mrs. Sneha to propose vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, various heads of different departments, professors, learned faculty members, and dear students gathered over here, a very good morning once again. Today we are all privileged to be a part of inaugural function of AICTE sponsored 6th International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Communication ICICC 2022, jointly organized by Department of CSE, GNITS, and ENICT Academy, NIT Warangal. In a sense, it is a continuity that marked today's events. Honorable Chairman Sir, Shri P. Subbareddy Garu, dynamic lady Mrs. Srividya Ma'am, our most valued invited guests Dr. RBV Subramaniam Garu, Dr. Ravichandra, Head CSE Department, NIT Warangal, respected Principal Dr. K. Ramesh Reddy Sir, our beloved Head of CSE and Conference Chair Dr. M. Sita Ma'am, special keynote speakers Shri Chandrakant Pitava, Padma Shri Awardee and Professor K.C. Santosh, University of South Dakota, and Professor Satapathy Garu. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion of inauguration ICICC 2022. I like to express our sincere thanks to our management for giving this excellent opportunity in all means and make this international conference in a big way with no compromise. I also wish to express our gratitude to Principal K. Ramesh Reddy Garu, Dr. M. Sita Ma'am, and Professor Satapathy Garu for providing encouragement and the gaudiness given at every step of the day of the conference's coin till date and marking the inauguration a grand success. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for our keynote speakers for accepting our invitation even in spite of their busy schedule and gracing this occasion, for sharing their experience and motivating the young researchers. We are all inspired by your great words, sir. I also extend my thanks to all the authors across the world and coordinators for their enormous cooperation and preparing and releasing the souvenir during this mega event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires meticulous planning and execution and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated organizing team members of G. Narayanamma Institute of Technology and Science. I thank each and everyone for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones and contributed in time for preparing invitations, technical arrangements, following up with the authors, preparing schedule for tracks, stage setting, lighting, hospitality, press and media contacts. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place and record our hearty thanks to supporting staff for perfect logistic support and seminar hall for smooth conduction of this inauguration. Thank you one and all.
Now I request heads of all the department, staff and participants to move forward for the group photo. I request HODs to move forward for the group photo. Later the participants can move forward for the group photo. Thank you.
Please raise for national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
Now I request the participants registered for the conference to move forward and make their positions for a group photo.
I request committee members to join the dais for the group photo. Organizing committee members, please join the dais for the group photo. We have a high tea arranged in the old library. There's a high tea arranged in old library block, ma.
Good. Good. You make it a little forward, so.
Welcome back. So as there are a few parallel sessions running, right, for the conference, so the strength or the audience is this much. We would like to proceed with this. Professor Santosh is the chair of Department of Computer Science at the University of South Dakota, and sir also serves as International Medical University, Malaysia as an adjunct professor. Prior to that, he worked as research fellow at US National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health. Sir also worked as postdoctoral research scientist at Loria Research Center University. He also served as research scientist at INRIA, Nancy Grand EST Research Center. Before that, he worked as a graduate research scholar at SIIT, Thammasat University, Thailand. He completed leadership and training program for dean's chairs organized by the councils of colleagues and colleges of arts and sciences. Professor Santosh has demonstrated expertise in AI, machine learning, pattern recognition, computer science, image processing, data mining, and big data with various applications covering different domains. He published more than 200 research works that include journal titles, conference proceedings, book chapters. Sir also authored or edited 8 books, 12 journal issues, and 8 conference proceedings. His research projects are funded by multiple agencies such as SDCRGP, State of SD, State of Education, National Science Foundation, Asian Office of Aerospace Research and Development, and delivered more than 50 plenary keynote talks at the conference university events. Sir serves as an academic editor for PHA Computer Science and associate editor for multiple journals such as International Journal of Medicine Learning and Cybernetics, Advances in Computational Intelligence, and IEEE Access. He chaired more than 10 international conference events and founded 4 international conferences in AI, data science, and computer vision. He is regular review panelist for research grants such as National Science Foundation and so on. Sir also regularly reviews Tier 1 journals such as Lancet, Scientific Reports, Nature Communications, and IEEE transactions on medical imaging, IEEE transactions on computational social systems and pattern recognition, machine learning research, and many. At USD, ABET accreditation that includes preparation of self-study reports. He serves USD in the following capacities such as examiner, reviewer of President Research Excellence Award, member of Institutional Promotion and Tenure Committee, chair of Sciences and Math Division, and vice chair of CRUCS. To his credits, Professor Santosh is proud recipient of the Cutler Award for Teaching and Research Excellence, recipient of President's Research Excellence Award and Ignite Award from the US Department of Health and Human Services. We are very glad to have you here, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Now I request Professor Santosh Garu to take over the session on AI for infectious diseases. Thank you, sir.
I can go back and forth. It's good. When I do roar, it's good. You hear me okay? Everybody's good? We sit down. Good. So you want me to go on the top? It's wherever I can go. Free for me. Yeah, I'm free. Right? Okay, good. Yeah, this is, that's good. Yeah, you put on that side. They look good.
In order to get the photos and video properly, they want the 2 light sections.
Okay, sometime you carry it back, but not all the time, right? Good, because I want to be a little far from the lights, so I don't jump. So while they preparing lights and all this nice stuff, what am I going to do is, I always have a classroom of size 110. I teach like a keynote speaker all the time. 110 students in my class. When we see, or people ask me, Casey, how many students do you have in your graduate program? And I ask them, go take my class. Easy. Everybody is going to take my class. There is nobody that come to USD computer science and not taking my class. There is nobody. At the same time, we have more than 10,000 students in the whole campus. There is nobody who don't know me. I talk with everybody. Almost 300 students, I know their names. By the way, it's a beauty of being academician. It is a beauty. My boy said, in the morning, we had a breakfast together. He said, what the cheers do? I say, fixing people. Scheduling the courses, teaching. All these administrators were the money section. They do, by the way. Head is not doing that. Head is fixing the people. So most of our times, basically, we spend time for nonsense. So it's a nonsense job. Still people proud of saying, I'm the head, I'm the chair. You know what I'm saying? We're proud. Academicians. We are really proud of everything. And we're traveling. I'm traveling, been traveling from a distance. You know that. I have a parcel for you. Everywhere I go, like you love your institute, I love my institute too. This is the t-shirt. If you look at this, if I don't do this, this talk is not going to be complete. Right? I advocate USD computer science. Artificial intelligence program in the state of South Dakota. I'm the one who introduced in the state of South Dakota. So during my talk, it's not going to be one way. Please be proactive, very proactive. If you just don't listen to me, I'm going to watch you. We go eye to eye contact. And you answer me, you get this t-shirt. We take a picture together. That's the beautiful part. If you answer my questions during the talk, you get this t-shirt. There are some other things too, by the way. There are cool things. Did I make you a little temptation? That's what the teacher is about. Teachers don't take the textbook and teach whatever the textbook is saying. Basically, these days, everybody's writing a book. And that's nonsense. Writing a book from 1960s and copy-paste and make a book again. This is what it is, today's scenario. I want them to just write one book from your whole experience, 20, 25 years. That is what a academician would like to be. I want to see that. I make 90 books. Feel like we don't collect weeds. We collect experts in the system. We open hiring positions a lot. And I have the faculty search committee members to look at. One is the resume. One is the resume or CV, whatever you call it. My number of publications are really nice on the top. 30 books or something. My search committee team chair talked to me. He's the nicest person ever we have seen in the pool of candidates. I say we don't need weed collector. You drop it down right away. Don't even read. Don't waste your time. We need expert. And you really have to be aware. You have to be. We are going to have a FIFA soon, right? You play football here in Asia, soccer back in the States. Anybody? Nobody, right? So in FIFA, meaning in football, you have goalie. Goalie don't want to be a striker, by the way. He knows where he has to sit. So if we behave exactly the way that we serve and we do, we call that guy is an expert in that particular field or area or region of interest. In the name of having a lot of publications and you become a co-author here, basically gift. It's a gift. That's why instead of talking today, explainable AI, responsible AI and blaming AI tools all the time becoming a scientist, you should be a responsible teacher first. Can you be that? Let's talk about responsible professor, responsible teacher. and then talk about responsible AI. We'll have a lot of time. I'm more spontaneous than giving talk. My talk today is going to be AI for medical imaging informatics. I'm taking COVID-19, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and too many disease acts, meaning too many disease types, mostly infectious disease outbreak. Before COVID-19, I was at National Institutes of Health, NIH, in Maryland. Right, you heard of NASA? You heard of NIST? You heard of, what is next? How many wings we have in the universe? One is NASA, and one NIST. NASA is doing planetary stuff, right? NIST is science and technology. Meters, kilometers, all this nice stuff. NIH is doing medical science. And I was there as a scientist. And we do tuberculosis screening, which is very similar to what we've been receiving for free, COVID-19, right? We don't have to pay, it's free. I give you, give me. So that's why back in days we did work a lot on tuberculosis screening using image data, prescription text data, and all kind of nice stuff, cool stuff, and we do multi-modal learning and representation. Did I say right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Multi-modal. Let's do the following. Let's pick up somebody. How many of you know computer vision? Just raise. Computer vision. Right? How many of you know pattern recognition? Pattern recognition. At least you kind of, I'm kind of know that kind of stuff. Remember that. So how many of you know machine learning? By the way, if I ask the same question tomorrow, his or she's, they're gonna say, I know computer vision too. And the same guys, no, I know AI. They forget about terminologies. I have the sarcasm here. Based on timings, they keep changing. I'm an expert in AI. And then he's going to say tomorrow, I'm doing pattern recognition too. You didn't tell me before. So you keep changing based on the needs of the people and ask, this is not good. I'm saying goalies should be goalie. You know, we have a right person. Here is a goalie, here is defender 1, 2, 3, 4. We make a cool team, and that's what the institution and the science is about. Right? Let's do this. And by the way, cool thing is explainable AI and active learning. How many of you know this terminology? Basically in machine learning encyclopedia, it's been there for years and years and years. How many of you know active learning? Maybe you want to try? Yeah, tell me what is active learning. If you raise hand, you have to talk. Good. Perfect. Good. Thank you very much. Yes. In education, active learning. You want to say something? I will make you learn today. You trust me. You trust me. I'm the driver. I will not make any crash on the way. We'll reach the destination. So here, why am I taking infectious disease? Epidemics, prediction, healthcare, big data, visualizing. I want to make sarcasm, by the way, in big data too. We'll have nice, cool stories. I'm a storyteller. 110, 150 students, nobody gets failed, by the way. Nobody. I'm a storyteller. Academicians are not here to test the students' capacity. They have to make them learn. You know electric bulb? This is a bulb. We create, we produce, and the system is therefore not okay, and not okay. You find that nice sticker, okay sticker, in the bulb? We put okay here, not okay. In academic industry, since this is education and training, we're not making it okay, not okay. We have to make everybody okay at the end. That's what it should go through. That's why my class is like a storytelling. Everybody gets the idea. You're starting from psychology, physics, business analytics. Everybody loves the idea. So even you are not a computer science major, you will know what am I going to talk today. It'll take a little time. Mostly this is basically a half a day lecture. I prepared that way, but I'm going to finish a little early. You know, we're late. We don't follow lunar calendar anyway, so you know me well. And this is most up to date. If you go to USD website, I even don't touch. How many I can carry on? Who touch? Right? And 2 questions. Active learning is the must. Okay, that's what AI should play today. And where have we missed explainability? When we do create or produce a tool for a decision making or something. That's important. 2 things important. I have too many stories, but this is important. Disclaimer. Right, this is for the video too. Everything I say, I'm watching you. Everything I say, it's all about me. You cannot create any Oompa Loompa, you know what is Oompa Loompa? Oompa Loompa stories, chair of the department of computer science said this. No, it's all about me. I'm representing the department because I'm a worker, right? Otherwise, all views and everything is all about me. You blame on me, we discuss, we finish here. I'm gonna share my experience, that's it. Nothing more than that. And if you look at this is a beautiful summer campus USD. Now it happens, this, right? This is what we have now. This week we have snow. And this building is the main building where everybody wants to take a picture. Just before the building, I have a building over here. My office is also beautiful, so I stay good. Right? People know that we need cool stuff. Like in Asia, people do document image analysis mostly. I was also a document imaging analyst guy way before. And I had to take more about 12 years to write this book, even more. And I'm proud. But today's talk is not about document image analysis. It is just the proud that, yeah, I took that much. People say, did you really work? Yeah, I did work, but I'm proud that much time I spent. This book is all about my stuff, not taking from anywhere else. My experience, 12 years to write. If I tell you that in 2003 I started my research, back in days, I was in the AI program. People say, Casey, what are you doing? I say, I do AI and math. You should have done software engineering, web development, database. Are you crazy? I say, I know this is a little more fancy term. I don't know what is in there, but I'm not going to lose anything else. Those days, we have a handful of AI programs and a handful of AI people in the world. Because we believe in web developer, right? Database, software engineering, that's what the job is. And I was like weird guy. I'm always doing weird stuff, by the way. I did tell you during the nice welcome speech that I was a police officer. I say I was a cop in Singapore, right? I was a Gurkha army in Singapore. So I keep changing my things this way, that way. So why am I saying this? We call resource computing and resource. And all these happen today as an AI program. One AI program. We used to say computing and resource, or resource and computing is all wrong. We used to say that. We believe in fancy words with nice fancy terms than the real conventional terminologies. We forget all these things. And by the way, that's everywhere I go, I say AI is your future. Because an academician always have to attract students so we survive. I didn't say that too, right? So if you start from healthcare, AI is the deal. Sustainable agriculture, where we eat, AI should be the deal. Why am I saying sustainable agriculture and that AI should give a deal is because if my father is a farmer and one has to die, he's going to die at some point, And he's taking all knowledge that he's gained over time along with him and go to the cemetery. And we can't wake him up anyway. And all information, knowledge that he's gained over time is lost. Gone, right? But what is interesting is to continue by having some data science or data collection and analyze it. So I understand some of the things even my father was not there. So we start looking at sustainable agriculture. And we have another term saying precision agriculture. It's because if you get the loan for pesticides, farmers don't have money, right? You have to get the loan for pesticides. And you're not going to spray everywhere. Don't make sense because you spend more time and money, basically money, spraying everywhere. Why not we just spray where it is required? Probably drone, vision, all these things, beautiful things that will help us getting less loan, more data collection about what is happening next year. That's why AI is the deal for agriculture as well, right? Cool. I'm not going to talk all this. Move on. That's what I'm saying. In the state of South Dakota, this is my signature, by the way, my signature program. I introduced this AI program, and today we are the largest computer science department in the state. When I say largest, I always have to say this one. I'm not advocating, I'm the good guy, I become narcissist otherwise. Who's going to say if I don't say, right? We were the smallest department in the state for 40, 45 years. All of a sudden I make a raise up to the largest computer science program in the state of South Dakota. We have no infrastructure, we stop enrollment. Question is, did you advocate right? Did I change everything? I didn't change anything else, but you have to advocate right to kids. Tell them this is beautiful. I was a guy going to army because I never see a professor wearing nice dress and having kids and family all mess up. I never wanted to be an academic. I'm done. I told my father, good, I'm going to the company or to the minimum I want to serve the nation, the country wherever I'm going to be, as an army. Later I decided, if we don't change, who's going to change? That's why I became an academician, declining Google jobs twice, Apple job one time, and made it just this summer. Question is, I don't make that much money. By the way, in academics, there is money too. You just need to know how to make it cash. How to make it cash. So here, we're good. Now we go back to the business. The business is healthcare. Since the day you're born, you're healthy, you're not healthy. You always have to have your record in the hospital. That means your money starts. You get a healthy baby, but you still have the data in there. You still have to have these routinely checked programs. If you're not healthy, of course, you need to pay money. So both sides, you pay money for reason. Since the day you're born, that means how many people in the world? Do you think it's a nice area to work with? There is money. That's why I wanted to tell you. There is money. I'm a document imaging guy. This is all hobby, by the way. There is no money in document image analysis. Who's going to pay you? You want me to do character recognition for no reason? Man, I don't need that. I better survive and deploy. Right? But in healthcare, since the day you're born, there is no option. You just have to get registered. Money's there. Right? When there is money, you basically have to make a culture. The culture where kids can study. Two things I'm going to give you. Why people not go to humanities today, why they go to technicology, more technical education. We talk STEM-focused education. Why? Look at the kids here. We have kids. I'm talking about the front side. Right? He said, Dad, let's go to wellness center. Let's go to this. Let's go to this activity. Let's go to swimming. I said, what? I told you, 10 minutes. He's going to come back again. Let's go now. You said 10 minutes. And give him a English book where it's all about Shakespeare's. I'm talking about English department. Give him a book. Can you read these 2 chapters? And then once you get done, then we go. Basically, you tell him that you read, you spend time, right? He's going to read, but he's going to skim. He's not going to read. He came back again. Dad, 10 minutes done. Let's go. What is interesting for the kids today? Can you give him a robotics Lego pieces? A trendy one. You spend 10 minutes and we go. He's gonna find the basement clean surface, open the Lego pieces, and try to build, and he forget to come back. He seriously forget to come back. Dad, let's go. I have to go down. What is he doing? He was serious. I didn't tell him you have to be motivated. Did I tell him? No. So technology matters for the kids. That's why we make them engaged. Did I say it right? Kids always want to have something that they can get engaged and make money. No parents would like to have the kids back to the basement after graduation. Do you like it? No. I want my kid come back. Dad, come. Here is a Tesla. Really? Let's go jump, right? That's what I want. Everybody wants that too. So technology is the deal in today's scenario. We'll go back here, back to healthcare again. So if you see this one, what did I miss? I didn't miss anything else. We're talking about pulmonary abnormalities. I'm talking about lung disease. Right? Anything happen? If you look at the obesity, it is a serious case. People don't realize, no, I'm good, but I have a problem. No, you are not good. Run from today. Okay? It's possible, by the way. I was 250 pounds some time back. It is possible to reduce, okay? I'm a changer everywhere. I have pictures if you want to see them. If you look at this hypertension, if you got tensions, that's why I told the big people here in the campus, we were in the morning together. It is you bringing tensions to the home, to your home. Stop it. 8 to 5 is the deal, period. Make the professor see profession. Tuberculosis, pneumonia, lung cancer, everything. So we're not talking about this one. So question is, and COVID-19, like I said, it's a free deal. We get the free deal. And question is, how many people die? That's how money starts and the business starts. If no people die, we're good. Keep going. People die. Then we need to look after the metrics. The metrics is about mortality rate. We call death rate. I work with some mathematicians from here, by the way, in India. They call me, I have an idea. And I said, this is Oompa Loompa. We worked together and we revisited the mortality and recovery rate. When we talk about mortality, you also need to talk about how many people survived. You just cannot talk only death. Be positive too. I said, let's go together. Basically, they go this way, right? So we revisited, and conventionally speaking in WHO, I'm not blaming them, they did not take recovery period of time. Let's think of this one. I'm going to make it easy. There are some mathematical models, and we don't want to talk about these mathematical models. Don't make any sense. If somebody is getting infected in the morning, what is the death rate, conventionally speaking, mathematics speaking, meaning number of deaths divided by total people infected? This is high level, 200 miles away view. How many deaths? That's what the ratio, right? So can I take a person who is just getting infected in the denominator? Can I take it? I'm so pessimistic. I want to make that guy all the way down because he's going to die, right? So they missed recovery. We call 14-day period. We look at them, right? We look at them whether they die or not. That's what it should not be. They missed them and we try. We said we cannot take people who is just been infected in the morning in the denominator. That way, death rate is going to be down. More people in the denominator, death rate is down. Here's the deal. WHO said, this is what it is. What we say, no, my friend, here is the deal. The first day, our death rate is higher because they keep all these infections in the morning happened in the denominator, so there is down. It's basically not good. It is not telling us the right story. They are not honest. I'm not saying they're not honest. Probably they don't know math. I don't know. So we're taking this one. So by the way, if you don't reach the end of the game, we cannot say this is a mortality rate. It is a progressive. We didn't reach the end. If you don't reach the end, you think the game is complete? No, it is not complete. How am I going to determine the speed of light? The game has to be complete, all right? It's complete, that's the speed of light we determine. So the game has not been ended yet, so it means it should be progressive mortality rate. We decided, and we reach all the way up, and we imagine, we assume a people up to a village, town of 200 people, all right? It starts from first guy, getting infected, 15, 30, multiply, and one day everybody's going to get infected, right? So from that day, you need to wait for another 14 days. That's what Dr. Fauci told us, right? That's how Dr. Fauci told us. After 14 days, we will know he's going to die or survive. So 30 days, everything is done. Everybody's getting infected. Where's that? Here. And 44 days plus 14, we will see. Their mathematical model is going to be right only when everybody's infected and after 14 days. Look, we basically intersect. We meet here, But the way that they keep saying us is not right, because they didn't take average recovery period time. They are not wrong. We cannot prove them wrong, but the way they take a denominator is wrong, right? So this is the nicest paper we published way back in Journal of Medical Systems, right? The question is, yes, we understand the death rate, we understand the recovery rate, we understand everything. The question is now, how about models, prediction models, right? Are you guys familiar with the business prediction? You guys, right? You're familiar with business prediction. Yeah, they always say prediction. I'm going to tell you something. When we do prediction in the range. We say Indian people, they have a lifespan of what? You tell me, anybody? Tell me one number. Can you say one number for me? 8080? Why you were too precise? People can die before. Is there a range? There must be a range. Mathematicians are so smart, they don't give you one number. They give you a range. So we stay cool all the time. And what do you want in COVID-19 prediction? It's basically another propaganda, another mess. COVID-19 is giving you one pandemic. All these academicians, they run the models for no reason. Again, one more pandemic. Don't you see the prediction models for Asian people? The lifespan in the range. Did you not see that? Why not you accept? What do you come up with next month in Hyderabad? We're going to have these many people infected. I feel like I'm going to grab this stone and just pout on him right away. Are you crazy? Can you just say in the paper, research paper, that this is for education and training purpose? Can you just not say that? So you say you predict something and you're so big guy in the newspaper, this and that, you run like a cow in the fence farm and hitting everybody. You can't just do it. That's why academicians not looking good. By the way, we have to be honest. Example is lifespan of the French people is 80 or to 90 or whatever, right? This is an example. You know, we accepted that. Why not you tell that guy the lifespan of Asian or Nepalese, one Nepalese should be just 60? Why not you not agree with that before? You agreed on everything. This is crazy. Another story I'm going to tell you. These are broadly 3 different categories of prediction models. Broad, right? Broad means there must be a lot in there. I'm not going to toss mathematics in here. I'm trying to ignite you what you should be doing for the community so you feel proud. Will you talk in the dining table with your kids and wife or husband? Let it be spouse. They're also proud in listening to you. I want to go to school, right? So here, something is nice coming up here. Can you control that guy? I don't know how to do that. You say no thanks or yes. So in our COVID-19 prediction models, there are so many unprecedented events. What is that? Number one. Number one is capacity rate. For months, you didn't even know how many hospitals can go for the test. If you don't have the data collection right every day, what do you predict? No way. Second, demographics. Some people have a better bear capacity, right? Maybe if you, I heard the news from India that you should have that, that yellow powder? Drink yellow powder. What do we call it? Turmeric, yeah. You drink that every day, you're good. Probably that's a reason that you stay stronger. I don't know. So that's a demographic because you eat and the environment you play with. And the vulnerable people. Did you see in Italy, in Spain, so many died? It's because their lifespan is way higher. Cool life, they retired in 60s. And after that, you got money like when you used to work. You have a good life with the coat and have the nicest stick. So COVID-19 kicks all of them. But we don't have that one here. And people say, no, we're stronger. Come on, you just think about lifespan. Look at that first. Right? So the lifespan in Spain and Italy is very high. You will see 60% of the people old. Because cool life. These people died. So the vulnerable people, other lung problems, lung cancer, right, are also been affected. And the poverty. Think about it. This is not a 2-day game. COVID-19 comes, go, I'm done. I mean, I'm here, it's COVID-19, go this way. No. If you don't get this money, who's going to pay for food? Who's going to do that? If you don't eat overtime for 3 months, your capacity, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? The holding capacity is going down. So in 2 years, which is we basically experience, if I don't eat good, right? We cannot, even if flu is like a COVID-19, we don't accept the body is not going to be maintained well. That's why it's not 2-day game. So no models can use all these events in their models. I'm talking about mathematical models. How can you make a parametric models? How can you parameterize all these things in the form of model and make a machine learning model go good and have the predictions right? It is impossible, right? It is almost impossible. That's why this is all about alarming results. Back in days when President Trump was there, he was just pushed by the prediction models. They say by April 2020, we're going to have 250,000 people in Washington, D.C. And he said the same thing. He said, no, you said that basically they should be saying that, please, right, this research work is limited to education and training. That could have been way nicer than just predicting, I'm the big guy, I'm the big guy, I'm the big guys. Let's not do it. And how about media? It's done. They will say the same thing. Scare people. That's why this is all about really hard to predict. It's because of all these unprecedented events cannot be parameterized in a mathematical model. Nobody knows that. No, everybody knows that. People just sneak. I just want to make paper. And here's the paper. I say COVID-19 prediction model. I'm just sick and tired seeing all these crappy papers. I basically have the sarcasm paper in here. Unexploited data. Because these. Right? So it's cool stuff. Number one, the thumb rule. You are probably mathematicians. With no mathematics, you can't think of computer science application. When you see data distribution for any prediction, Which one is a good idea to take? Which one is giving you consistently the same idea of what you're looking at? Which curve? This is a normal distribution, right? A Gaussian distribution. It's a camel hump. I make a camel hump for people to remember all the time. Camel hump. Taller the hump, more consistent the guy is because he can walk a little far. Right? Which one is good? Taller the hump, better the consistency in perseverance. That means if this is tall, everybody's talking about the same thing. That means the data I collect and the distribution is really tall. That means the prediction is going to be close to the right. If it is really flat, everybody's not talking about everybody. One is talking this way, here is another group. Here is another group, basically distributed randomly, non-uniformly, right? Too many outsiders, we call outliers. And you predict based on that data without understanding the distribution. You will predict something, but that's basically Oompa Loompa. Do you know Oompa Loompa? This is my signature term again. It is an English, very conservative term. There is a song in YouTube. You go home, play that song. My boy likes that song a lot, so we have Oompa Loompa song in every breakfast. Oompa Loompa means you try make something, it didn't happen. I say Oompa Loompa. It's a nice song, by the way. So here, if you look at this is beautiful. If you look at the flattened curve, that's why, you know what? People say, let's flatten the curve. They say right in the news, but nobody knows that. Flatten the curve means I don't talk to you, I'm away. That's why we don't know what is the infection tomorrow, which is beautiful. Let's flatten the curve. So take it this way. This is the physical meaning of flatten the curve in terms of COVID-19. And you have to look at whether the curve is flat. If the curve is flat, the people talk in different way. They are not consistently talking about the same theme, which is good, right? That's what the news is about. And so many models, I'm going to skip this one. I wrote a book based on the COVID-19. There is a nice chapter in there. When you look at the curve in machine learning model, basically the curve, right fitting, which one is right fitting, which one is not? I start looking at increasing the polynomial order, right? Higher order polynomial. This looks beautifully fitting. What it turns out is overfitting. Do I really predict what is next? And again, these nice research scientists across the globe, they say, I can predict. My friend, can you just tell me this is a short-term or long-term prediction? Can you not make another chaos again? It's another propaganda. The problem is people don't understand what we should be taking out. I know you're doing good, but please be honest, it should be short-term prediction. This curve is looking well fit, cannot do 2 days prediction, by the way. Say that this is a 2 days prediction. 2 days prediction, that's fine. Let the kids work on this, probably in the future epidemics. Right? Nobody's going to say that. No, my data, based on the data, I've got this percentage. I feel like let me have something silly right away. Right? This is not really good. In my book, I wrote something for nice people across the globe, which is, have you seen this one on Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere? They find it's a game. Right? They find it's a game. Let's put down. Is this a data visualization or prediction? But they use, this is a prediction. This means this is a limited knowledge. There is query. So loud and clear, data visualization is not the prediction. Please go home or go to the right institution, stay with the right professor, learn something, get the things done. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I feel like I'm going to talk bad words to them, but let me not. We respect. Right? Data visualization is not the prediction. Oh my goodness. And that's a book, by the way, and I read a book. I wrote them and I quoted most of the prominent research scientists in the book. Some of them sent me an email because I put sarcasm later in there. Nice statement. Good, so, and some of these stories, beautiful stories, again, when there is a muddy water, people want to catch fish. Right? It's easy to catch fish in the muddy water. So what happened is, people want to use deep learning. How many of you know deep learning? Probably everybody, because if you don't know, you don't become AI guy today. You have to know somehow. Mandatory, right? So they say, I use a deep learning model to predict. Okay, beautiful. Then what is the data set size? Just think, this is a 98 data, by the way. You can see from distance, but this is 98 data. 98 days, how many data you can collect? One day, one number. Right? I'm talking about how many people die. And I predict based on that. One day, one number, right? Yes or no? 98 days, 98 numbers. If it is a feature vector, 98 numbers as an input for deep learning model. What is deep learning model? Hundreds of thousands of parameters. What do you predict? Not these numbers. You predict parameters at the end. Let's think about making a tea. You put a lot of sugar in there. Less water. What happens at the end? Is it a tea? It is a sweet. Right? They say I predict based on 98 data, scalar values, using deep learning model. The publishers, editor-in-chiefs, everybody's happy. Wow, we make a deal. Because they need attraction, they need the impact factor. All these games, nonsense, by the way, from us, for us. It's a nonsense game in the name of publications. We don't appreciate that. We read. If somebody says, I got 90 publications, 20 publications, we read 5 of them, basically. We read. We read abstracts. We read title. We read, I know these free articles they put everywhere else. And they put everywhere else and looks like, is it a phrase? Is it a sentence? What is this about? I still get the idea. I know you're writing English, but the free articles you keep everywhere. Same thing happens, and this is basically a paper coming from the biggest school in the States, and I basically have very nice sarcasm for him. I think he loves that word. I believe so. Deep learning does not predict COVID-19 and what comes next. It is basically taking you to another parametric value, right? Don't make any sense. So all these things going on in medical imaging informatics, talking about COVID-19, and we'll talk about machine learning lingo. What do you need? I need data. I wait here. I'm a machine learning expert. I wait for the data. Everybody will die. I come up with the data after 2 years, and I train them all, and here's the result. We cannot do all these things. Do you see anybody? Did you see or realize anybody in this state? I'm talking about this state. We call it Telangana state. Yeah, Telangana state. How many COVID-19 exports were there the first day when you say COVID-19 is coming for free? How many? No many. There is nobody. But we call them infectious disease specialists. Did they learn over time? Yes. They did. When they have unusual activity coming, it is a pulmonary abnormalities for sure. But what is it? I don't know. Even the radiologist, infectious disease experts, all this, what? Let's call the other person, right? The other doctor. Man, this comes in here, I just don't know. We have to have the board meeting, whatever medical board meeting is there, right? They make meeting with the Delhi or Mumbai and then Taiwan or the United States, wherever they have to, they call, there's a board, right? And they keep learning over time. Can we not have a system, a model, learn in parallel with these specialists or experts from the first day they come to see some unusual activity happening? It is possible. The second day after WHO and Dr. Fauci, basically in the States, they announced COVID-19. We didn't say COVID-19, we say coronavirus outbreak. Second day, in 15 minutes, I published a paper where active learning is the must. Let's do it. We'll talk about this one soon. It didn't take even 15 minutes, by the way. People just love it. So now let's talk about this one. I'm going to make you a radiologist today. I've been working on on infectious disease screening for years, starting from 2011. COVID-19 is basically a blessing for me to work another level, right? So here, what do you see in here? Where is the abnormality? This is asthma. This is pneumonia. What do you see? Is it asthma? Asthma cases, right? Who cares? I don't know. There's a problem, I know, but what is it? I don't know. We don't need to know. We're computer scientists. We have different attitude, by the way. No, I don't need to know. This is pneumonia cases. Where do you find the difference? Basically, no difference for us. COVID-19 cases. So I worked on tuberculosis screening all the time. If I have the system how to build it, I can build for COVID-19. Right? That's why I find myself so comfortable to work on COVID-19. And from left to right. Now I have a question for the t-shirt. This is the t-shirt. Not for the t-shirt. This is for another. Let's go for the pen. Tell me which one is a problem. You can say, raise your hand. Tell me, Casey, this third one is a problem, first one is a problem, the other two are regular or normals. Who can tell me? Raise your hand. I'll give you 15 seconds to raise your hand. You want it? Go for it. This one is normal? Anybody want to try? Let's see here. What you're saying is correct. You get this pen? Catch it? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean you to go down, but sorry about that. I can throw a little fire, but I don't want to hit you too. Right? This is good. As a computer scientist, what do we see is all about patterns problem. The patterns are rough, but this one is more uniform. It's a pattern analysis with machine intelligence. So, by the way, I had the lab named Pattern Analysis and Machine Intelligence. I have the t-shirts for everybody across the globe. I sent the t-shirts. Right now, I've changed that one to Applied AI Research Lab. We keep improving. So, when we see all these things, then we don't need to worry about these terms. Who cares? It's all about pattern analysis, right? And the first thing is to look at lung, because the problem is pulmonary abnormality. Pulmonary means lung, right? So if I do lung segmentation, automated, this is enough for us to see the shape of the lung. If there is a problem, the shape of the lung from automated lung segmentation tool is not going to be right. Right? We're talking about the shape of the lung. I know how to make stories again. This is the lake where I was born in the city. Right? Good advocate. This is in Nepal. This one is so easy to get the line of symmetry. This one is more easy because you just have to have the thorax. You just have to vectorize vertically. Our problem is way easier. Right? And I do that kind of things when I was a kid. I had to have well. You know, do that kind of paint? I put well in it and I can see the picture, so I draw. We do cheat all the time. That's why I say the scripting is a good idea. We do cheat all the time. So this life is good. One thing you have to understand, our lungs are not going to be symmetric in nature because of the heart somewhere here. The heart will make your lung section a little invisible and a little different. But it's still higher level of symmetricity exists. Right? where this has a problem, this has a problem. You said right, this symmetric is close to or very, very less, not close to 1. And this one has a symmetric value close to 1. That means there is no problem. And the doctors told me, Casey, if they have the same from both sides, what? Don't worry, machine will learn. The high-level concept is about this is the way to start. We assume this is how we do. Later, machine will learn like I learn and you learn and everybody learns. Right? I said, don't worry, we will do it later. Then we come into the play. So how do you take computer vision experts? You do look at the centroid, you do look at the solidity, you do look at rectangularity, all these geometric set-based features we do play. We call low-level set features, right? Shape matters. If the shape is good on both sides, beautiful. And here you have the boundary. I walk around the building and I can tell you what is the shape of the building. I can now just say the shape of the building is standing in front. That's what I do here. I have the boundary coordinate for the long section. I will walk using the shape context and look at all these my neighbors, meaning coordinate points, walking everywhere. I can tell you what is the shape, precise as possible. That's what we do here. And life is good. In this case, the shape cost is 12 cents. Let's call $12. They are not same. We have to pay to get matched. Right? If you go to the citizenship certificate somewhere, government office, and you have to change your name, for instance, I'm talking to you, what do? You put money under the desk, and they will match your citizen certificate. Yeah, it's good. Same thing happens in here. We give 12 cents. Life is good. By the way, they are not looking same. Why do I get them matched? Is because I pay a little money. That cost is a measure of symmetricity. Right? So another label. This is basically a harsh winter in South Dakota where you don't have leaves in the trees. Right? If you look at the orientations of the ribs, we're looking at ribs, due to problems in lungs, you don't see them. The idea is to look at whether ribs orientation are expectedly same. We expect something all the time, right? All these ribs going here on the other side. It didn't happen, so we call histogram of gradients. The other thing is, if I look at both sides, this line is coming from Radon principle, which is in 60s. I didn't invent anything in here. If they are now looking good in here, then no overlapping. But here, they look like the same, more similar. It's beautiful. I collected data or features from every possible angle. Right? What did I miss is what is inside. I'm talking about textures. We're not just talking about shapes. We should be talking about textures inside. Did I not say pattern analysis problem? Yes, I did say that. So if I look at the texture problem using a Gabor filter, this is Oompa Loompa. Anybody can do it, by the way. If you take digital image processing course, you basically have to do this Gabor filter. Easy, very easy, nothing fancy. Basically half a line code, even 2 letters code today, right? And I can do that and make a deal. And it's a time to think where the futures go right. We did experiment. We have a silver lining problem. We started with the Montgomery County data, USA, Chinese data, and Indian data. And the reason the way back that we published this paper, coming up with the good results, that is in 2018, based on the tuberculosis. I didn't say COVID-19 till now, by the way. It's tuberculosis. So we don't have to worry. If the results not good, it's not publishing. I have 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes? We talk too much in the morning, and come on, it's not good. So, okay. All right, so in this case, in medical domain, we are too much worried about cross-population trend test model. What if I train the model in India and test in China? And vice versa. That could be possible, and that could have saved a lot of life in Italy after we get a chance to train those models in China. We didn't do that. So cross-population train models. So this is academic, limited to education and training. And we did try for all possibility, train in Montgomery County test here. Looks like, okay, silver lining problems, but somebody has to test. We did taste for the first time. And we did all this nice stuff coming to, let's say, foreign objects. It's a beautiful case. If you don't see foreign objects in chest X-rays, I'm talking about image data, those foreign objects could be ring, because sometimes people, they swallow rings because it's diamond. Okay? We want to take it. That is not abnormality. Machines should know. We have to remove it. We have to localize it before we hitting the model. That's what we do, and it's beautiful work. My students, I'm the first guy working in here in foreign objects, and my students work in that one. So we start looking at COVID-19 and too many things. We build the shallow learning, meaning the lightest possible CNN, convolutional neural network, tailored deep learning model. This is what it is, and we published this with ISI. I visited ISI exactly in Jan 2020 before COVID-19. My visit was to work on something else. As soon as I get back to the States, we have this COVID-19 for free, and we worked on this problem. We did publish, and this is a really, really a popular article during the time until today. So we start with very small data sites, and we got good results. We go over and over, and the question is, where to stop? If you look at this, people start making a lot of papers on the way. A lot. Too many. Question is, everybody's saying, I need big data. Well, here's the results. I need more data. Then how big is big for you, my friend? One has to stop at some point. One has to stop really at some point, right? Who's going to stop? And I have an idea. Let's have the one sarcasm paper again. Well, you have two donkeys. One is mommy donkey. One is baby donkey. Right? The baby donkey is basically not able to have a 20 pounds backpack. Cannot walk. But mommy donkey can go a little higher. And if baby donkey is not going to go with 20 pounds backpack, he's going to put 2 more pounds in here, then it should be fine. So he still can do. We have very, very extremely, how to say, supercomputing facilities today. Then you still say big data, it's a problem for big data. In 80s, we do microprocessor. Even for subtraction, addition will take like hours, not years, hours. Today, everything can be done in a millisecond. That's not a wink. And people say, I need big data, this and that. No, it's basically an excuse. You don't know how to solve the problem. So I said, this is the case that we should be looking at. And I said, how big data is big for you, my friend? And here's the paper. I take everybody, even I increase the data from 71 images to 18,000, there is no change. The question is big data, don't come up with all possible cases you need to train. It is a redundancy. Right? So let's not wait. Let's look for a generic, scalable solution. Not the data sets, because you need to publish things for no reason. So let's talk about this. In machine learning lingo, model fitting is a good stuff to talk. And data augmentation is good because you don't have data, so you have to add the data, simulating data by using data augmentation techniques and tools. Let's talk about these. You have just X-ray, real data, and you want to augment another chest X-ray. You want to create by moving those pixels from here to there, all possible way. Do you think that represents COVID-19 manifestation? Or are you just doing for fun, my friend? You're basically doing for fun. It doesn't even give me any COVID-19 manifestation. Did I say right? Yes. So all these data augmentation is oompa loompa. You cannot make another propaganda for no reason. It can be okay for cycle, bike, motorbike, or face detection, but not for chest X-ray. This is a sensitive case. That's why even today, because of all these oompa loompa things going in the scientific community, we didn't even have a commercially available tools because we don't believe in that. Do you see any tools coming out for text radiograph analysis? No. It's because we always play with publications because I need to go for an associate professor and then I have to go for the dean, all these things we should not do and live in a way what we need to do. Right? Long story short, take a message for you. If you look at this one, this is your job. Do you think you take the shovel out or you take the spoon? Shovel, spoon. You take the spoon. So deep learning is not going to work here. I'm referring shovel as a deep learning model. If this spoon can't work, you don't want to take this shovel. And if here's the driveway, I need to go to school, teach early in the morning, and I need to take the shovel, not the spoon. Now I'm going to use deep learning there because I need more parameters and data is big deal. So here, when the academics, professors teaching right, don't look after how to publish, look after how to solve the problem, so make it commercialized. Right? So COVID-19, by the way, this is the paper I was talking about. It was published in March 14, we declared. It was published second day, third day, and it's becoming top 1% in clinical medicines and engineering up to that time. And it did talk about deep learning. Like I said, if the doctors can get trained over time, why not the machine? And we work on that. We work on multimodalities, not just CT scan, chest X-ray. We work on all different image types, so things are looking good and more confidence in terms of decision making. Right? Here is the newest deal. Basically, we didn't publish this one yet, and this is undergoing my lab. It's a beautiful thing, by the way. I have 40,000 data today. And I assume that I have no data. I have 40,000 data fully annotated. And I'm going back to 2020. We already been here, but I want to make it back in time as soon as I go back to 2020 and take a look. I just have 100 data. I assume. And fully labeled. Let's start with 100 data and see how the machine behaves. Right? We look just at 100 data, start from there, and looking at classification, all these things with unsupervised clustering. Completely unsupervised, like doctors learning things. We make a deal, and our results is really, really close to what we used to publish before. Look here. Now, active learning with the data, 100 is enough to make a decision all the way to 40,000, and we have very similar results where machine learns everything after 40 days, 50 days, we didn't do it. We just say, like doctors, we learn 100 data, 100 images. We keep doing basically we call human in the loop machine learning, by the way, because if I make mistakes, like the doctors called somebody in New Delhi, he said, he's pushing me, okay, I make it here. It's basically going one step forward, which is hill climbing in artificial intelligence. And we didn't make anything wrong. We did really good, and it's beautiful work that we are about to get published, and it's going to make a deal. We're going to run the competition for the whole world soon, probably next year summer. Right? We keep going on. By the way, this is another sarcasm. When people see, I say explainability lies in the eyes. When you see, you're happy, that's explainable. All these things that we do in math is a lie for you? Math never lie. But people want everything should be visible. Yeah, that is explainable. You don't know math, and that's what you say explainability is not in the math. Math don't lie. Never lie. Math will create random numbers, but basically convergence happens at that. You cannot know, or you don't know, it doesn't mean that there is no explainability. Even you run the system already in the morning, after you get drunk in the afternoon, or in the day, middle of the day, you get the same answer. And you say, again, no explainability? You're gone by it, my friend. So I said, these days, all these junk papers happening in the name of explainability is because they think explainability should be just in the eyes. They think, but that's wrong. It's terrible. And we work on these AI and ethical issues for an explainability because this is a textbook I want to make and propose for USD computer science, and we already have that. So basically, we don't want to talk about too much about this one. If you go further over and over again, one thing that I would love to share is if you have a problem and you're looking at multimodal learning and representation, the way you behave with your spouse in the morning, if you do not write, what happened, the results? I'm stressed. Before you go to hospital and take an appointment. The way you talk is completely different with your spouse. You go out and talk to the doctors or receptionist or something. How are you doing? I'm good. You want to be nice because you're waiting for the results, right? And at the same time, there are so many other things that you are going to be processed by the doctors and all the way up to the prescription. Here is documented image analysis, by the way. This is for you. And if you take everything in as in a box and see all these visualization, how they connect, this is beautiful because every data is going to tell you exactly the same event happening in you, right? And the consistency is very important because we take all this data coming from different sources, whether they behave consistently about the theme of the work and the decision without seeing you. Decisions should be of no bias. Casey, you are fine, you got HIV positive. You cannot pat me. This is what it is. You just make a decision without letting me know or showing my any page. I'm not a page, right? So it should be done in a way that there should be multimodal learning representation, and after that you get HIV positive, negative results. You call your wife. Ah, yeah, look, I told you. Right? The whole pitch is going to change. This speech processing is important too. Right? So if you keep moving on, there are so many different data types. It's beautiful to talk about, but we'll not spending too much time. Numeric data, I'm talking about that many people. When we happen to talk about numbers, I'm done, yeah. I'm done in 2 minutes. I've been talking the numbers. Numbers can be the belt size. We're talking inch, circumference, blood pressure, all these numbers, but they have to have the metrics, the measurement you need. You cannot just put in a bucket and just do this and then send it. Machine learning models are a pressure cooker. They cook. If you don't know how to process, you just cook it, they always give the results. It doesn't mean they should publish that. You see what I'm saying? The question is it edible? Machine learning models always give you results. Tell me that you're exporting that. Something's happening in the world and we hate that like hell. And here, if you look at numbers, image data, text data, these are 3 different things that you always want to go in terms of multimodal learning representations. If you look at this, and there are some reference books we'll talk about, and this is me. End of the day, you have just you, your family to pat you. Right? So that's me. And I play soccer. I'm playing soccer in the state with university kids. We play 5 months in a season, starting from May to September 15th. This season I won. I'm the main striker. No one can catch me. And this is me running. This is my boy. He wanna run, right? And that's the small one. Because we play soccer, so she's carrying soccer too. I have nothing to say, but again, one thing that you have to take care of all the time is your health. 2 things you can buy. Number 1, time. Second, health. If you're healthy, you can take care of your family. Otherwise, family will take care of you. Basically, you're a burden for them. 6 months, they will take care of you. After 6 months, man, this guy. So take care of yourself, because I keep telling my boy, if I stay good, I watch you good. What do you want? So they say, you go to gym, Dad. So we don't say Dad, we say, Casey, you go to gym. He said that, but I feel okay. So I do my stuff, he does his stuff, so I try to stay good. And that's what the relation you want to take from me. All this research and everything is basically waiting for the cemetery, no more that. I have to be engaged. I have to work, I just work. I'm not here to change anything, I can't. All these things I say, all my experience is because I'm just waiting for the cemetery, right? And make your life beautiful. Thank you very much. Any questions? I have 2 questions, by the way. I'm going to sell 2 t-shirts. I'm going to sell two t-shirts. One question for you guys is, how many pairs of ribs we have in the human body? That is a win for the t-shirt. How many pairs of ribs? Raise your hand and just shout. First, raise your hand. You want to raise your hand? Yes. 23 pairs of ribs. Anybody? We go one more time. Sorry, one. I will take a couple of this. The pink one. Come over. So second question. Second question. How many clavicle heads do we have? Clavicle heads. You stay here. How many clavicle heads do we have? Nobody? Do you know where they are? You don't know? 2 is the right answer, but we call beauty bones. Clavicle heads are beautiful. It's because if one of them go wrong, you basically walk like this. It's like basically hanger up the coat. Can you come over? I get 2 t-shirts and I'm going to give you. Thank you very much. Questions on the way. So you probably go for a small size. Okay. You wear this one, you meet me sometime, somewhere here in the day. Okay. We took a picture together. Come over. What is your size? Our size is basically I just have. Just too large. But it's nice to be shaggy because when I walk, I always have the t-shirts like this, by the way. And my voice is your hip hop. I do like to be hip hop. And two guys, they went to airport to pick up me. They wait for somebody. I said, I'm the guy. They didn't even care about me because they see somebody, old man will come out and catch him. I said, it's me, come over here because I'm a hip hop guy. So when I walk, it's good for you, by the way. Thank you very much. You say something. Anything is okay. Thank you very much. The question is, why not we do science and engineering? Basically, that's why not we do science and engineering? Meaning, I have the problem. I have a tools. You know, workshop. You go to workshop. The boy in the workshop is going to fix your car right away. Owners don't know where the tools are. That's what we call science and engineering. All tools are in the workshop. I call garage. In the garage, there are tools. Something wrong, you take it and fix it. So we call science and engineering. If this happens to be problem fixing problem, that's a good idea. Fix it, we call science and engineering. But if it is a time to think, nobody works, right? And I want to make a system, I want to contribute a system, a tool, a techniques, whatever you call it, maybe tool. Then I come up with something never existed before. And that should be motivated by the problem, not because you just take them out. And at the end, you want to take a look, yes, this is a tool I make, is it scalable enough? So I can sell you, I can sell you, I can sell you. Everybody's going to buy. Motivated by a small problem. The problem is never been fixed by the tools we have. I come up with a tool that fixes the problem. And the question is, now this tool, I need to sell a little more broadly, maybe in Delhi, here, everywhere. So we have to think a little more, which is we call generic or scalable to any possible data types, small, medium to large, and also different data types. Do you see what I'm saying? That is what we call generic or scalable system, right? The scalable system and security is different, okay? Thank you very much. Anymore, so I probably want to give you this pen to you. If you want to come over, take it. This is a computer science pen USD. You probably remember me. Right hand. All right. Anybody? Otherwise, here's a guy. He said, "Thank you very much. Go, please. You're done. You pay. We pay only for that." He said that. He said, "We pay only for that." Kisses, please. Sorry. Look, the crazy is good. You cannot just stop people. Here's a nice, thank you very much. Here's the thing that I would like to say I forget to mention. I have a book coming up, all written by me, no copy paste, okay? Machine learning models machine learning innovation should not be limited to building models. This is the title of the book. I basically have the sarcasm kick to every possible machine learning lingo people. Machine learning, ML innovation should not be limited to building models, period. Otherwise, I'm a garage boy. Owner don't know what the tools are. Garage boy can fix your car right away. He yells him right, he's gonna fix it right away. That's why we're not just looking at building models. We're looking at something comes up with the motivation. Here is a National Science Foundation story all the time for us. Come up with the hypothesis-driven solution, but it should be scalable enough to serve the world. If I don't have motivation, where the money comes from? I have to solve somebody's problem first, right? That's where we get $1 million to work with. Here is a problem, nobody fixed. Based on this problem, I'm going to have the solution. And this solution is going to serve our academic world, meaning everybody's going to take a look. As an example, I was a big fan of physics. I am a big fan of physics. This is the right statement. And I use this gravitational pull of sun and moon theory to understand how lungs, both sides, stay right. And I published that paper in a day because the idea was derived from gravitational pull of sun and moon. I say this is one object sun, this is another object moon. Can they stay right? It's because the pulling. There must be pull, we don't know what it is, but I proved it by simulation. And it was published in a day without review. So it is up to you how to take it. If you want to do science and engineering, be a garage boy, you should have the life. But you have to be really honest to the society so kids will come to school. Don't scare them making 300,000 books. He will read. Then you are in the cemetery and then he still thinks. You think he's going to come up with the bouquet that time? We're not deserving that. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your session. The session was really interesting, and you created interest among the participants by offering interesting gifts, which was very different. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for igniting the participants on the COVID-19 situation, the reality behind the COVID-19 situation, and also focusing on the concepts like COVID-19 prediction models, difference between the data visualization and data prediction, and multimodal learning models. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your session. I request all the participants to move for the lunch break. As we are already delayed by half an hour, I request participants to cooperate and assemble back by 2:20 sharp, where we'll be having the paper presentations started. Thank you. All CSC registered branch papers will be here. Please assemble back in the seminar hall by 2:20 sharp. Remaining papers will be held in the IT seminar hall. Session chairs, yes, sir. Samulal, sir. Participants can join for the lunch arranged in the old library where you already had the snack break. Opposite to the seminar hall. Thank you.